There are aspects of this film that fans are not ready for.
There were aspects of Spider-Man No Way Home that even the cast weren't ready for as it happened. There were secret dance parties, insanely long improvs, terrifying three-person jump stunts, and for some reason, a whole lot of lube. We've got all the making of details coming at you right now. Making movie magic no matter what. Need someone to get pinned upside down in a harness? Holland is the man for the job. Leaping effortlessly through cars? No problem. Holland did not get off easy with the stunts for this one, but of course, they were worth it for these results.
It is easily the most impressive fight scene I've ever seen in a superhero movie. I was blown away by it.
Watch out, world! Zendaya is ready to direct. She was on set a lot to shoot her scenes, but even in her downtime, she couldn't pull herself away from the action.
I spent a lot of time on set just watching, because I'm very interested in directing, and
our fingers are crossed very tight, hoping Zendaya's most recent love story movie idea actually gets made. You do have to scream when you fall. The iconic MJ falling moment. What we wouldn't have given to see that in real life.
It looks a lot cooler in the movie than it felt in real life.
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe not.
every time I would do it as myself, I would just kind of fall.
Even as an awkward falling bug, Zendaya nails it. Friends that jump together, stay together. Okay, so this might just be one of the most intense tests of trust there is.
I tell you what was really fun was when me, you, and Jacob had to jump off of that scaffolding.
That was fun.
Together. And we were all like attached to each other.
Good thing this trio has each other's backs in every way. Hey, we need more lube on set. Sorry, what? Why exactly? Well, what do you have to say, Tom?
That's why we have bottles of lube.
Yeah, because zippers.
Right.
That's great for the zips and all, but for the people who needed hand sanitizer, it got a bit weird.
So he walks over and he's chatting to me and he's like, hey man, can I get some of that hand sanitizer?
What was the actor meant to do?
So I'm squeezing all this stuff on him, I'm squeezing it, and he walks off and you can see him on set like, this goddamn hand sanitizer won't go.
Then it got worse.
The same thing happened with the boom op. So he's doing a scene and I can see him like this. He's like, I can't hold on to the boom, it's just slipping everywhere.
We're all pals here, right? With all those long days on set, things are bound to get a bit awkward at times.
I farted on you, unfortunately, yeah. It's tough, the suit's tight, the harness squeezes it out.
I felt the rattle.
Evidently, not a deal breaker. Good thing these two are so close. It may have been a couple of decades, but Willem Dafoe is still a force to be reckoned with in the Marvel world. Tom Holland might not have known exactly what he was getting into working with the Green Goblin legend.
There's this one scene where he has a speech. It's probably, what, 2 pages worth of dialogue? Every single time it was different, and we must have done it 50 times.
But spoiler alert, he did, and the movie is all the better for it. How many balls of yarn do we think Zendaya has on her rider?
I was like, what am I gonna get everybody for Christmas? And I was like, I'll just make them some scarves. That's what I'm doing all day.
That's right. The set of Spider-Man was also the home of Zendaya's new hobby, knitting.
And you used to come to set to watch quite a lot and find the goblin, and I'd turn around and you'd just be there knitting.
Sorry, is Spider-Man in need of new shoes? After dislocating his ankle in the last film, Marvel made sure a special boot with solid ankle support was ready for his costume this time around. But it came with its own complications.
But to get my feet in, I have to wear plastic bags over my feet to slip in.
Welcome to filmmaking in 2021, Alfred Molina. Instead of the puppeteer-handled tentacles he donned in Spider-Man 2, he was flying solo on set, only to have those tentacles added afterward. But the CGI didn't stop there. Just a teensy bit of CGI de-aging happened to make him look more like the Doc he played all those years ago. Number 11. Without those puppet arms, Molina needed a way to suavely move like Dr. Ock, and Marvel had the solution.
They had this rig called a toothpick rig, which is like a long bar with a platform, and then it's weighted on the other side.
It was super cool and all, but the actor not being able to control where he was going was a definite downfall.
So now we're chatting, and then all of a sudden, he would just kind of disappear.
It's pretty easy for Benedict Cumberbatch to not let any spoilers slip. Before the film officially premiered, the actor didn't even read ahead in the script and never watched a pre-screening.
Because I'm excited to see it.
Okay, so that's pretty much the sweetest answer there ever was. Number 13.
I always have this fear that if he's like working really hard or something's happening, that if he had to like throw up per se.
He did nearly waterboard himself filming a particularly sweaty scene in Homecoming, so Zendaya has a right to be concerned. She's right. Someone should get on that. Zendaya might get her mouth washed out with soap. In addition to knitting, Zendaya also took up learning some very special skills thanks to boyfriend Tom Holland. The magic of English curse words.
I do this thing when I'm around him for a while where I speak with British inflections, but not the British accent.
We can't say Zendaya's skills aren't varied. Is this a vampire movie? Why so many cloaks? Oh, the power of disguise. And Marvel knows how to do it well.
They would walk around set with these cloaks on. And he took his hood off, and I almost got really scared. I was like, oh shit, the goblin's here.
How many Hollands appeared in this movie? Tom Holland got to have pretty much the best time filming Spider-Man, with not only his girlfriend by his side, but his little brother as well, who did some filming with the team. While his scene ended up being cut from the movie, it's still made for a very special memory on set. Who wouldn't want to work with their girlfriend? Especially if it's Zendaya. Holland's real-life relationships with his co-stars make this work a total dream.
It's incredibly special to do it amongst people that you care about and that you love.
Sharing the screen with incredible actors and people is bound to be a win.
She's one of the most incredible people I've ever met, and I love her to bits.
Siri, can we get some Rihanna going?
Were you there for the dance party?
I wasn't there for the dance party.
Jamie Foxx knew how to make this set a party, even without Peter and MJ around.
Neither of us were there, and Jamie was definitely having dance parties. Whether we were invited or not, I don't know.
They danced, they laughed, they made an epic action movie. Not a bad gig. Everyone was working hard, but being able to dance and really enjoy doing the production is what it's all about.
Where have you been all my life?
Also known as the uncomfortable second skin. It seems like our boy Tom has a kind of love-hate relationship with the suit. On the one hand,
that suit is pretty incredible to wear, and it's so realistic that sometimes it feels like it should actually work.
but then again,
The suit is not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it looks fantastic.
Spider Beauty is pain boo. What's really crazy is just how many different suits there have been, different styles, and of course, the many copies needed just to get through filming. We'd think Holland would have wanted a little bit of a break, but he wasn't under contract, so, adrenaline junkie that he is, Tom Holland went all out.
As soon as I finished, I went snowboarding, and I have an amazing photo of me FaceTiming you with blood all over my face.
An intense way to celebrate, but hey, who can blame him? How else do you celebrate a movie this big? Luckily, his longer break will give him plenty of time to recover from any other rebellious injuries he might be getting. Fingers crossed he doesn't go too wild. It's never a dull moment on the Marvel set, and especially not in Spider-Man No Way Home. Which was your favorite behind-the-scenes moment?